Hello, Dumpsterinos and Frugalistas, and welcome to the video. Today we are whipping up some zucchini bread. I am using the recipe from my Fanny Farmer cookbook. The recipe makes 2 loaves, and since I only want to make 1 loaf, we are cutting the recipe in half today. The oven is preheated to 350. I have my little loaf pan already sprayed with cooking spray so things won't stick. And I am starting with 1.5 cups of white flour in my big new bowl that Frugal Daddy found curbside shopping. Love this bowl. My little helper cat is trying to chew the corner of the cookbook. That's not that helpful. The last time I made the zucchini bread, I think I mentioned in the last cooking video where we made thumbprint cookies. The zucchini bread came out really well, but as I was making it, it was very dry. It was not like a batter that could pour, and so I added a lot of extra milk to it to make it a pourable batter, and I think that was because I was using whole wheat flour, and so I'm using white flour now to see if it makes a difference. So 1.5 cups, as I said, of white flour. 1/2 cup of sugar. Then we are going to have 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. This is 1/4 cup of milk. And we also need 1/4 cup of, the recipe calls for vegetable oil. I am going to use ghee. I'm going to melt the ghee. I just pulled the ghee out of the fridge, so it's not melty right now. I am going to scoop out little blobs of the ghee and put it in here until the level rises to 1/2 cup, because then it'll be 1/4 cup of milk and 1/4 cup of ghee, and then I'm going to put it in the microwave and warm it all up to melt the ghee and then pour it in. So let me get some ghee out of this jar. Almost there. Okay, so if I submerge my little chunks of ghee, that brings the liquid level up, well, almost to 1/2 cup, a little bit more. All right, and I will pop this in the microwave. Hold on. All right, while that's heating in the microwave, I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. No, Pasha. No, no, no. Get back to chewing on the book. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Don't even. No. I know you want to come over. No. Then we're going to grate some fresh nutmeg. I think that nutmeg is, oh my God, it smells so amazing. It is the crucial flavor for zucchini bread. And the recipe would call for, I want to say 1/2 teaspoon, but I'm going to try to get more than that in because I just love the nutmeg. I love it. All right, there we go. So the ghee melted. So we have 1/4 cup of milk and 1/4 cup of ghee. I'll let that cool a tiny bit before I pour it in, and I will go ahead and grate some nutmeg into the bowl. The recipe also calls for cloves, and I am omitting the cloves because I'm just not that wild about cloves, and I feel like it's easy to let the cloves will overwhelm the other flavors, and I just don't really want my zucchini bread to taste all clovey. I want it to taste all nutmeggy. Let's smell it again. I don't know what it is about that. That is such a good smell. I watched this really interesting program the other day on the history of spices, and nutmeg was incredibly valuable And they could only find it on this South Pacific island, like out in the middle of nowhere. And it made fortunes for people until they figured out how to transplant it and grow it other places. And then it wasn't quite as difficult to access as going to this one tiny little island. But they still grow it there. I knew I would drop it in. There are all of our dry ingredients with the cinnamon and nutmeg in there. It's really good. All right, so we'll pour in the melted ghee or vegetable oil or whatever fat you choose. Quarter cup of that, quarter cup of milk. And we will put in 1 egg and stir that all around. Now, again, I am telling you, this is not enough liquid for this much flour. Like, it's not making a batter. Like, it's dry. It's really dry. Fanny Farmer, what's up with that? This is 1 cup of shredded zucchini. Put that in. Not that that's going to really help anything. We're going to have to put more liquid in. I just don't know what to say. It's just, it's not even like cookie dough. It's just like, all right, we're going off book here. I'm going to put in another egg and a little bit more milk until this makes, you know, like a normal kind of batter that, what are you guys doing? A normal kind of batter that we can pour into the pan. That seems to be better. See? 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 It's a batter now. That recipe it's not right. It's not that it was whole wheat flour the other time. It's just, that's just not enough liquid. All right, then we are putting in a cup of chopped walnuts and some chocolate chips that I had left in the fridge, and that's all I had left, so that's what's going in. I was kind of iffy about adding chocolate chips to zucchini bread the first time I did it, because I was thinking, oh, I don't know, is chocolate going to go well with the nutmeg flavor and the cinnamon? And I was a little iffy, but it actually was delicious with the chocolate chips in there, so I actually wish I had more chocolate chips to put in. So that's all that is. 1.5 cups of flour, 1/2 cup of sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of cinnamon, lots and lots of nutmeg, 2 eggs, more than 1/4 cup of milk, 1/4 cup of melted oil or ghee or whatever, cup of zucchini, cup of nuts, chocolate chips. Simple, simple, easy, easy. All right, now we will pour the batter into our prepared loaf pan. The loaf pan. Oops, I almost just poured it all out. That would have been nice. All right. Now, scrape off the spatula. And then this bakes for 50 to 60 minutes. I think my oven runs a little bit cool, actually. I am going to bump it up to 360 because I think that's going to really be more like 350. That's what I'm learning from my oven. All right, so we just pop it into the oven. And set the timer for 60 minutes. These would make great muffins too. All right, the timer has gone off, so the zucchini bread is coming out. Looks pretty good. Has a nice brown color to it. Smells good. We will let it cool for a bit and then we'll give it a taste test. That looks pretty good. All right, time for a little taste test. I like it. The chocolate, there's plenty of chocolate. It's very moist. And it's delicious. I would add even more nutmeg the next time. And probably more cinnamon too, but it's really good. I hope you guys will try this recipe. And thanks for watching. Bye.